Are you looking for the perfect tool to help you eradicate varmints on your homestead? Or are you looking to take your hunting game to the next level? Well, you're in the right place. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Homestead Tech Talk. And I'm Chris. I'll be your host today. I've got my little Yorkie here named Luna with me. She's hanging out. I've been working all day today, so I'm giving her a little bit of love. But today's video is going to be about the AGM Varmint V2 LRF 35-384 thermal scope and the associated AGM Monocular that came with it from nightvisionguys.com. I'm going to have links to everything in the show description as far as the podcast I listened to for this, a couple places I looked for these. I will have Amazon links if you choose that route to buy it. I don't recommend that. I would personally buy it off of either nightvisionguys.com or the other site that I will mention later on in this show. But this is going to be my initial unboxing of this scope. How that's going to work is this is going to be a very long video. I've spent a lot of time on the scope. I've done a lot of shooting with it. There's going to be a lot of videos of me shooting on this video with this scope, as well as some explicit content. I will show you some videos of deer I killed with this scope. That being said, the initial unboxing, when you see the initial unboxing, that is just me initially unboxing it. I have no experience with this scope yet, so you will be learning along with me. I'll be taking you through the menu options, charging it. This will be a long video, but don't worry, it will be broken down into smaller sections. So every part that you see, like a part 1, will be unboxing the monocular. A part 2 will be unboxing the scope. Part 3 will be setting everything up, so on and so forth. And those will be their own individual videos in this same playlist. The playlist will be linked at the end of this video. So there you go. Now, I've covered the purpose of this video. How about you guys stick around? We'll head over to the shop and we'll see what this scope's all about. All right, let's talk about what goodies I got in this box right here. But first, I want you to like, subscribe, and comment if you like these videos. If you don't like these videos, dislike, unsubscribe, but still comment so I know you don't like them and I can improve on them. Also, if you look at the links in the description, I do have a link to my Discord. If you guys ever want to have conversations in a completely unregulated environment, no censorship whatsoever, with like-minded people like me, you, Aaron, Steve, other people I've had on the show, join our Discord. We're all on there. We all have conversations. We'd love to have you. All right, with that being said, let's talk about what I got in this box. This box is from AGM Global Vision. I ordered this from a website called nightvisionguys.com. Should give you a hint of what it is. I got this in a package deal. Heads up, there are 2 devices in here. Today we're going to be unboxing them. I'm going to explain what they are, what their capabilities are, what to expect out of them, and then we will, they both record video, so I will be recording video with them roughly around my neighborhood in the suburbs during the daytime. It is now 1:42 p.m. and we're going to see what things look like in the daytime with them. I will also be doing some videos at night with them, and then I'll show you my sighting in videos. I'll run you through the setup screens on these and everything else. So let's take a look at what we got. I haven't looked in here yet. I hope it's right. I just cut the tape. Let's see what we got. So I've got an AGM Varmint V2 LRF 35-384. A lot of numbers. So that 35, this is the AGM Varmint V2. The LRF means it has a laser rangefinder. The 35 means it has a 35 millimeter front lens. And the 384 is the resolution of the infrared chip. And then I've also got an AGM ASP Micro TM160, and it's refurbished. They threw that in as a package deal. So this scope is typically $2,650 just by itself. I got this and the extra monocular for $2,650 plus I got I think a $50 coupon off because I left it in my cart sitting on it and thinking about it while I was comparison shopping, and $50 pretty much sealed the deal on night vision guys versus some other sites that I was looking at. I have reached out to them. I have asked them to be on the podcast to further explain some night vision with me. They did email back with some interest, so we'll see if we can get those guys on here. So that's what I got. And once again, that 160 is the resolution. And to put that in perspective, for those of you that are new here, my job is an infrared thermographer. I take infrared pictures of electrical equipment with a FLIR T300. And that FLIR T300 has a 200 by 300 resolution. So this scope will actually have a better resolution than the $10,000 camera that I use every day. But they're also built for different purposes. So let's see what we got here. We'll save the best for last. First thing we'll look at is this monocular. See if they put anything else in this box. And then we'll take a look at the scope. The scope that I purpose built a 16-inch 300 blackout barrel for. To take care of some varmints around the old homestead, especially around Steve's. So what we have here is the ASP Micro by AGM Global Vision. I have not used any of these before. I'm not sponsored by Night Vision guys or anything. You can find these on Amazon. The ones on Amazon you don't get as good of a deal on. I can recommend some different places to look into these because they do go on sale on various different places. Night Vision guys being one of them. I got most of my information off of another website though. And it was actually, I got a lot of my information off of a podcast called The Late Night Vision Show. It's two guys talk about night vision, and they run a, I think it's like outdoorlife.com or something. I will put it right above my head, their website, and then I'll also link it down here in the description. But without further ado, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if we got any batteries to charge. Let's get those batteries charging so we can boot this stuff up, set it up. Let's get rolling with this. I am pretty excited. The infrared is the greatest thing since canned beer. All right, take out my trusty Gerber. Back has all the specs for this. I don't expect to have good resolution out of this, but I do expect it to be able to identify targets at around 25, maybe 30 yards. This is the TM160. Resolution 160 by 120. Refresh rate 50 hertz. That's good. The max resolution is not very good. Lens focal length 6.2 millimeters. Field of view 15.6 degrees by 11.7 degrees. Digital zoom. It's 2x zoom to 4x zoom. I guess it only has two zoom modes. It has black hot, white hot, red hot, and fusion. And then it's got a 720 by 540 monitor. And then it's got a manual focal array. So my Tier 300, I can hit a button, it autofocuses, or I can manually focus it. These are manual focus only. Just keep that in mind. It does have a built-in rechargeable lithium battery. It says up to 10 hours continuous runtime. USB Type-C, working temperature. -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty well covers this. And it's got an IP67 water protection. Not bad. It says it weighs 9.5 ounces. Let's take a look. This is going to be a longer video. I will try to chop it down into a shorter video if I can. Might not be able to. Pretty excited about this stuff though. So we've got what looks like a lens cleaning cloth. Quality control inspection passed. Quality statement. Do not return to store. Questions, concerns, we're here to help. Troubleshooting and support are available. I keep all these cards and I hold on to all these boxes for all my equipment for a very long time. Behind you is my box for the ATN Excite 4K Pro. I'm looking at it right now, 5x20, because that scope does give me issues. And I do need to bust out. There was another thing I needed to bust out for a prior video. We'll do that some other time. And then charge unit prior to using. So we're going to have to charge the unit prior to using, unfortunately. Shouldn't be a big deal. I'll bust out some charging cables here in a bit. And then we got a user manual. Yep, yay. Let's see what it came with. So here we have the Monocular itself. It's actually, I have small hands, so it's not very big. It does have a very small objective lens. Pretty neat. There's your, it looks like there's your zoom. Or there, nope, there's your focus. And let's see if it will power on at all. And it does not. So I'll have to read the manual on this and come back and learn how to do these things. And I'll show you guys what I've learned. So we need to plug this in. I'm going to go plug this in and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I just plugged this in. This does come with a nice case. The charging cable was in it. So that's good. Okay, so where did we leave off? Well, I've got the Monocular charging. I'm going to take this case out, kind of put everything back where it goes in these boxes. It is packaged very well. I'm going to leave leave this box up here. These cards, I'm going to definitely put back in there because they got decent information on them. Little wipe ESD bag. It says it's from 2020. All right. Now, let's take a look at the Monocular. Try to swing it open where you guys can see it. Comes in a nice case. Now, this is the actual first thermal rifle scope I've ever owned. Like I said, I am an infrared thermographer. I do have an in-depth knowledge of infrared. We also use infrared on V-22s and stuff. But like I said, this is my first infrared optic. Pretty excited about it. Okay, so it looks like we got a bunch of stuff up here. Start from the top with our accessories. This looks like different charging adapters. Yeah, this looks like the American one, so yeah. We'll set those off for now. Let's see what we got here. This looks like a battery charger. If I'm not mistaken, this can be used to charge all kinds of batteries, like CR123s and everything. Oh, look at this. Get a nice mount. Look at that. It's a quick disconnect mount. Very nice. And it looks like the screws and Allen key to mount that mount. And I'm going to kind of set all the crap that I don't need up there. I'm assuming I'll need this. Everything else can stay in plastic. Looks like 5 volts, 2.1 amp input for this. It does have an instruction manual. Brief overview of that. Auto identifies. Charge battery, connect power supply, insert batteries. The activatable battery can be charged in 10 minutes after inserting them in the battery charger. Switch display information, yada, yada, yada. And then battery, internal resistance, charging capacity, charging current. Gives you all kinds of good information. So it actually monitors the batteries apparently too, see if they're bad. This is good because I got a bunch of CR123s that I need to recharge, and you know, my ex, she ended up with the battery charger in the divorce. It's fun. We got here a strap. Looks like a strap for this case. That's neat. That'll definitely come in handy because I will be using this case to move this optic around. I will not be leaving this on my rifle in the cold. And from what I read, I think this is a American Defense mount or something. This mount's supposed to keep you within MOA if you take it off a rifle and put it back on. So looking pretty forward to that. Do not return to store, same thing. Quality control, inspected and passed. Another manual. Open this flap over. Some more padding. Looks like we've got our charging and data cord. Now, from what I can tell, and I probably will be using an external battery pack on this because I do like to hunt a long time. I think these batteries were supposed to last like 4 or 5 hours a piece. I'm going to probably hook an external battery pack to that and make them last a little bit longer. I'll probably 3D print a Picatinny rail for that. Here's our charger and our two, what are these? 3200 milliamp hour. I think these are 1834 CR 1834s. Model HM3632 DC. 3.6 volts. I think these are the same batteries my IR flashlight uses. So I might actually be able to use my IR flashlight batteries on this too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these charging now. This goes in there like this. I see. Right there. Give me some cordage. This is supposed to have all that auto sensing. Okay. So we got some batteries charging. See if this thing will boot up. Yeah, there we go. Actually, it's a little out of focus. There we go. Neat. See what our battery's at. It's full. I see you guys. So M is the main menu button. English, yes. The resolution's not horrible at close range, but it's not great. It says it's 2:24 in the morning. It's obviously not true. And it's got a digital zoom that is pretty grainy at 4 power. But, you know, they say you can't navigate with this. I think if you're used to using IR, I'd probably be more confident navigating with this than, say, digital night vision. But I'm used to looking through an IR camera all day, every day. So there's that. So we got black hot, fusion, and fusion is typically called the iron palette. That's usually what we use in infrared. So I'm very familiar with that. Let's go ahead and see if we can't long press this and get it to record. Okay, so now I'm recording with this, so you can see what I see. See, I'm looking at my camera right now that I'm filming this on. And you're looking at me, looking at you through a monocular. Pretty neat, right? I'm gonna see if I can get some more light. There we go. Get some cool and warm undertones here. You can see my hand. Let's cycle through the menu on this. Black hot, fusion, red hot. Naturally, it's just picking up whatever's reflecting. You got to watch out for thermal reflection. So different things will be thermally reflective. If you try to look through windows with this, glass windows, they're thermally opaque with about a 75% reflectivity. The rest of it's opaqueness. You won't see shit through a window. But you could actually look through thin layers of polycarbonate like trash bags, and you should be able to see it thermal on the other side. That's basically what an IR window is built out of in electrical installations. So here's the zoom. Leave it on white hot. I'm going to long press the menu button. I guess I don't have, you don't really get much of a menu with this. Let me double check. Pretty neat stuff. We'll revisit the booklet in the menu section on this. I'll show you what it looks like outside here in a minute. I'll go ahead and stop recording with the monocular. So this could definitely be a handy piece of equipment. Like I said, the resolution's not very good, but it was free. So I mean, I'm looking at it. It's pretty well a true 1 power zoom. It looks pretty crisp. It's neat stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and power this down. I'm going to go read the instruction manuals, and I will get back with you guys. Well, hello again. So, I don't think I can navigate the menu while I'm recording to show you what I see. I'll try one more time. Doing that long press, and I've long pressed it for like 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 seconds. Nothing comes up. Okay, so I can't really show you guys what I see. So I'm going to power this off. This will help you a bunch. I got to set the jungle mode right now. And I've got hot tracking set. So it'll pick up something that maybe I'll miss. And I'm probably going to use this to just navigate in the woods. The resolution isn't great. So I did take some video of this. I'll show it to you at the end of this video where I looked at my family from probably 15 yards away. And you could tell they were humans. Couldn't really tell much details. I looked at the cat, looked at the dog, stuff like that. Looked outside. During the day, you know, you're going to get a lot of sunlight reflection. This does have thermal burn protection on, so that's good. You don't ever want to look at the sun with one of these. There are a lot of do's and don'ts to thermal. So don't ever wipe your objective lens off with anything. You can take a lens brush, maybe dust it, hit it with air duster. You can use special cleaning wipes, but you cannot just use a cloth on this stuff. The reason this looks gold is because there's a very special, it's like germanium coating on it. And that allows this lens is doped so it'll allow infrared radiation to pass through it. Remember how I said, you know, infrared or glass is thermally opaque, greenhouse effect, glass is thermally opaque and reflective. Well, whatever this is doped with prevents that from happening, so you can actually see through it. And if you wipe it, you can actually damage that coating, and this thing will no longer pick up IR. So you have to be very careful with that. I know that from being an infrared thermographer. Always keep your dust cap on when you're not using it. Anything IR is expensive. I'm going to go ahead and put this away. So I've adjusted this, and that just focuses in the screen. I don't think there's any kind of objective focal anything on this, but this is actually pretty handy. Like I could use this in the woods and actually identify deer from probably 50 yards away with it. And then I can use the little thing to get a somewhat measurement on how far they are. But I should be able to identify hot objects probably from a couple hundred yards with this. Now, that being said, I do like this thing. I think it's great. You know, this is the B grade band that plays before Metallica plays. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to put this where this. I'm going to throw it this way. That way, the whole thing's covered. Zip this up. Actually, I don't want to put this in yet. I'm going to go ahead and throw this back on the charger and charge it a little bit more. But that does not have as good a resolution as my T300 does. It has probably about half the resolution of it. However, some things you could use that monocular for, besides walking in the woods and identifying objects and deer, I'd say that's probably sensitive enough to where you could actually look at an electrical panel and see if there's something wrong. I'd say it's probably sensitive enough to where you could look for leaks and be able to see, you know, as long as you had like a 5-degree difference, you'd probably tell a window leak, stuff like that. I don't know if you'd pick up studs, but I could see the shadow of my car and the shadow of the trash can outside this garage door, through the garage door, which is pretty neat. So if somebody was standing outside my garage door right now, I could actually see them because they'd be blocking the sunlight. Now, this thing, we'll talk about this a little bit. This is the AGM Varmint 35384. It's got a nice little eye cup, and that eye cup is removable. And this is your adjustment piece. So you can actually remove this eye cup. There's the screen, and it's got a little magnifier in there. And then this is your, this will focus your screen in. This is your objective focus. So that'll actually focus the infrared light on the sensor, making a clearer picture. This is the laser rangefinder part. Here's your objective lens. It's got a huge objective lens. I'm going to see if the battery that goes to my IR flashlight will fit in this. I think it's the same battery. If it is, we'll get this thing powered up while those other ones charge. I'm going to put this in, and we're going to boot this thing up and see what she looks like. All right, it's got a little diagram that says positive down. Positive is down. Very excited about this, to mount this on this upper receiver. There shouldn't be really any adjustments needed to mount this on the upper receiver. You should just click on and then you sight it in. Let's see what we got. Let's hold the power button in. And she's booting. Nice. Very well focused right off the bat. Let's see if I can defocus it. Yep. Refocus it. I want it to be the largest I can get it and still maintain focus. That's pretty good. Let's click yes for English. Holy shit. That is some resolution. It's fast. Oh, let's get that focus. It's got a base magnification of 3 power. Now I can see studs with this. I can see all the studs with that. It's impressive. Looking at you guys again. Oh shit. That's clean. Doing a NUC, non-uniform correction. Focus this out. I can read the Craftsman on my toolbox with it. That's clever. All right, let's cycle through we got white hot, black hot, fusion, which is technically iron, and then red hot. I like to leave it on white hot. Yeah, this is pretty neat. I'm going to get this. I'm going to play with this as a monocular for a little bit, and then I'll mount it on. I got a lower to build for this particular rifle, and I got painting to do before I mount this on, because I do not want to paint this. Absolutely do not want to paint this, but I might actually wrap it with a little bit of camo tape once I got everything set up the way I want it. But I'm going to get this set up the way I want it, and then I'll try to run you guys through the menu options on it. And yeah. Okay, I'm recording. You might be able to see, it says a great, crazy base magnification. Here's my phone I'm recording you guys on while you can record and see me recording you on this. You should be able to see these pretty well tandem side by side if I've done this right. Let me get back adjusted on this water bottle. I am left-handed, but I'm going to use my right hand because I need my left hand to navigate the little buttons. Maybe I can go like this, but let's do this for now. So let's roll through some of these menu functions. So if I just press the power button, it goes to standby mode. It'll stop recording. This button right here is laser range finding button. If I hold it, I can record. If I short press it, I can get a laser range finder view of what's going on. You'll see that in the top right of the screen on here. And I did take some videos of it just around the neighborhood. I laser range find some cars driving by and some houses, and it's very clear out to like 180 yards. 184 is what it's saying. And this thing's really clear out to 184 yards, which I'm really impressed with. And then I took it inside, and I was about 15 yards away, and I looked at my kid, my girlfriend, the dog, and stuff. And it's almost got too much base power, but I think it's going to be great for hunting. It's not going to be very good for scouting, short ranges, and that's where that monocular is going to come into play. That monocular will be better off for like stuff like that. And it also records. Now, this should be recording audio as well, but I'm recording both. So I can kill the audio on one or the other. And only have audio on one. But I can run through these menu functions right now while I'm recording, and that's neat. So the first thing we got is brightness. And use this wheel, and you can see it's dark. It's dark. That's Charlie Murphy. All right, we're getting better. We're getting better. Where's my water bottles? There they are. And then it almost gets so bright it'll blows out. I think like a 6 is probably outside. I'd want it higher. But that I think 6 is about where I want to be. Do a little contrast. That's gonna kind of dim or dull. Make hot things look a little bit more hot. Can't even see my hand. It's the base magnification is too high. I think we're gonna leave that right around. Well, I fucked it up. Oh, it did a non-uniform correction. That's why. I think 5 is probably good on that. Now, picture in picture. I fucked up. I turned it off. Hang on. Let me get back to recording. Yep, sorry. I'm back. You gotta watch what buttons you hit. Back to the long press, the menu. We're on black hot right now, but you can see looks pretty good too. This should be picture in picture. That's going to give me more of a zoomed up view on the top with the reticle. I don't think I need that, to be honest. Color temperature, so that's more warm looking, cold. I like cold. Check the sharpness. Oh, that's insanely sharp. Now see on a actual IR camera, you have like range, span, emissivity, stuff like that you can adjust. This seems to be pretty well all preset, just mainly to pick up people or, critters. I think 5's too much. I think 4 looks good. Leave the sharpness on 4. Actually, you can read stuff right there. What is it? Black and Decker. That's impressive. That looks good. recognition. Oh, I want to go back. How do I go back? I got a long press to get out of the menu. Go back in the menu. We're not ready for zeroing. Now recognition or jungle. I think jungle worked better on the other one. I think recognition works better on this one for now. Like I said, those water bottles are almost ambient temperature though, so it's going to be hard telling. Once we get out at night and I'm able to see some stuff, we'll see. Short press, zeroing profile, zeroing, ballistic calculation, zoom mode. I want to do a continuous zoom. Laser ranging. I like the continuous 15 seconds. That gives me 15 seconds to range it, accurately judge and calculate what I need to do, and possibly take that shot. I want to leave the network off right now. That's going to kill battery. I will hook it up to my phone at some point. What is this? Pre-record. Seven seconds. Yep, that works. The audio is off. So I will turn that on off camera. Make sure my audio is on still. It is. Hot tracking. That's that little green thing. It's going to track the heat signatures. I wanted that on the monocular. I think I want it off here for now. Go into the function settings. I don't know what OSD is. Oh, that's your onboard display. Time. We don't need the date displayed. I don't think. I don't want to keep this thing. I don't want to make this thing too busy. Brand logo. I don't see a brand logo on here. Yep. That's your NUC. We want to leave that on auto. I don't know what that's about. I'm not going to fuck with it yet. Burn prevention definitely on. Back there. General settings. Check out the general settings. Language. Date. Definitely want to set the date and time. 10 16 2024. I do like this turn wheel. It's easier than the buttons. Long press to get out of there. Time 17:39. And we're within 15 seconds of 40, so I'll just go ahead and set it to 1740. Long press out of there. We want yards. It's on yards. Auto power off is off. Good. I can put it in standby mode myself. And that's pretty much it. So I got it pretty well calibrated the way I want it. Now, all I got to do is mount this thing and zero it. And I might be able to take some shots tonight with it. Zeroing profiles, we're going to be on A. Zeroing. Please note this function might be prohibited by law in your located district area. Please comply with all applicable laws or control and export control. What? Fuck that. Oh, I guess these are the different reticles. I see. These are different profiles. So I guess I could put this on different calibers and have different profiles for different bullets. So A could be like 300 blackout. They'd run through different bullets. I just don't know why it swaps right there. That's weird. We'll start on this one. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, dude. We'll try it. I will be zeroing this at 60 yards. So I'll go ahead and preset it. Reticle type. Yeah, I'm kind of fond of. That's. I like that. I like that one. It's simple. Color. Ooh, we're going to go with green. I like green. The zoom. Base magnification of 3. Freeze screen. Okay, that's the freeze screen. So like that's where I think you go. You put that on there, and then you adjust it. I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Kind of see it's off on this one, so I'm gonna try to center it on the screen. So there's kind of the center versus where the dot is, where the reticle is. Ballistic calculation, ballistic profile 1. Neat. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and anticipate about 2050 on this, and just go ahead and set this up for my spear gold dots on this one. This is all stuff I'm going to have to set up my hunting location. But I can look at the altitude real quick on my handy Garmin watch. It's 777 feet right now. So we'll go ahead and set that up. It's going to give us the correct barometric pressures. The temperature outside is about 58. I'm wearing a sweater. It's positive 58. Now this is the tricky one. The ballistic coefficient. I believe it's, I can't remember what the ballistic coefficient of my spear gold dots are. And I'm going to have to calculate the ballistic coefficient for my cast lead bullets. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to be. But I should be able to get close. And I'll be shooting in such close ranges that, it's not super important. But yeah, that's something I'll have to. It's like 0.4 something. So we'll call it 0.472. Sight height, that's something I'll have to measure once I get it mounted. And you get the point. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this on my upper. I'm going to go ahead and build a lower. Played with this enough. And yeah, I got to get moving. It's like 6 o'clock. I want to spend time with my family. So yeah, we're going to get out of here, save parameters. And there's what we end up with. Pretty neat stuff, guys. I'm going to cancel this recording. Recording succeeded. I'll pull the recordings off this. Shut this thing down. Recharge this battery. And I'm hoping tomorrow we'll take it out in the field. That'll be a part 2. Right now, this is just the unboxing, showing you what it is, what it's capable of, some of the parameters to set it up, some of the tech nerdy shit. Deer season's going to be fucking lit this year. I can't wait. All right, guys, I'm out. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some of the footage that I filmed with it just around the neighborhood. As you can see, in some parts, I was able to see a couple of the neighbors. This is not mounted to a rifle. It's just, I'm using it as a monocular, just holding it up to my head. And I'm able to look around. I test laser rangefinder on it. Laser rangefinder works amazing. I was ranging houses out to 180 yards. Everything looked crystal clear out to those distances. I even, while I was in the woods, I ranged a couple deer, and they were about 100-ish yards away. And I'll show you that footage here too. So the end of this video is going to be just footage. As I'm talking to you right now, you're going to be seeing a bunch of different footage of this camera and stuff that I've taken so far. And these 4 parts is going to be one long video, and then I'll break each video down into its separate parts. This mainly covered going through the menu screens, unboxing, going through the menu screens, setting some stuff up, getting things pre-set up to sight in. And then the next set of videos will be sighting in, hunting with it. I'll go over the goods, the bads, the uglies of it in this next video. And let me tell you, there's not a lot of bad about this scope. I will say up front right now, the only thing I don't like about it is it has a 3-power base magnification. And I wish that was a 2-power or a 2.5-power base magnification, because a lot of these deer that I've been shooting have been within like 15 yards. And, the deer is this big on the screen, as you can see right now. The deer is this big on the screen. And, I prefer it just be backed out a little bit. But for those longer shots, those 100, 150, 200-yard shots, I'm really confident this scope could take shots out to that far. I have not tested it out to that far yet. So stay tuned for this next group of videos. This one will be part 1 through 4. The next one, it would be like part 5 through however many parts we get to. And, I've got, I think, 3 different videos on sighting this thing in, because we did have a problem with the A1 targeting. It was, you notice it was up in the corner. And when I adjusted it back down, it was shooting low. And then when I adjusted, it was all wonky. Well, it eventually corrected itself. I ended up sighting in on a different one, I think like A2 or A3. with my ammo incorporated ammo, and I went back with the Spear Gold Dots and sighted in on A1. Everything was fine. It was just a little glitch in the firmware. So I did find that to be a little weird with it, but I haven't had any issues with it since. I've hunted with it in the rain. I've killed deer with it. It works. I want to mount this thing up to a crossbow and see how the BDC works for the crossbow. That'll be on another video as well. So look forward to that. Thank you guys if you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. I do got a question for you. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me know what you think of this optic in the comments. I'd like to have a discussion with you guys. I'd like to hear from you guys. And I'd really appreciate it. If you found value in this video, please like it. It does help the YouTube algorithm show this video to more people. And give me a subscribe if you like this content. And if you don't like this content, you can dislike it, but just leave me a comment, please, and let me know what you didn't like about it, so I can fix it. And with that, guys, I really am out this time. I'll see you on the next one.